Hello and welcome to the Project Vanilla Minecraft server. So, this is going to be sort of a news thing on this channel. I've not done a video of this before. Just as some background, this server actually, well, the people on the server come from a different server known as True Vanilla, which is a server I played on a bunch before, and I'd set up a home and everything, and that was just anyone can come on, sort of free griefing, PvP, open world. It was mainly vanilla. It had a couple plugins that made it have a class system or whatever, but there were some issues with that. So currently this server is just a whitelisting server, so it's run by people off that came from the True Vanilla server, and they whitelist people that they can trust. So currently it's only private, only open to the people that they already know, but soon, I think, once some plugins have been updated for 1.8, because this is in 1.8, that was one of the reasons we switched to this. It will then become a public server, kind of like how True Vanilla was, but we don't quite know what we're going to do with it, or they're going to do with it, in terms of like other plugins and things, but I guess we'll see them. So I've not done too much on this server. Let's just kill a zombie, because it's going to come and try and get him away with my introduction. So I've not done too much. I've collected quite a few resources, because right underneath the spawn area, I just dug down as soon as I started just to get some like cobblestone. I ran into a massive abandoned mineshaft, which was pretty cool, and I ended up getting a bunch of diamonds and things from it. These chests are completely disorganized. This is sort of a very minimal start to a home. Things that scattered everywhere. I'm going to move things so it looks a complete mess. I was going to go for acacia wood, because you know how much I love acacia wood. I build everything out of it. My three main materials are dark oak, birch wood, and acacia logs, but there are no like hot biomes. There's no deserts or savannas around at all, which just sucks. So yeah, there's a few people on and around. There's in fact a massive group of people who actually got together originally on the True Vanilla server, and they made a city called Dale, and they've gone off really far away from spawn to make the city. I think there is a teleport over there. I've not been over there, so I might do that at some point, but I think they've not opened it yet or something, because they want to finish it first. So let's get into what I'm going to do. So this is my home. I'm starting out. What I want to do is sort of make a wizard tower kind of thing, and I think prepare for some lag here. The frames are dropping, I see, a heck of a lot, because this is spawn over here. I have no idea what this big cobblestone is. I think the owner went into creative and built some crazy thing. This wasn't here before. But yeah, all the signs here I think are making it lag so much, but I think once we get away from this, the frames should go up. I'm hoping anyway. So over here was sort of where I started out. Some chests with things. These are my chests, because the abandoned mineshaft is down there. I just put things in here so everyone, when they started here, they could get items and things. So yeah, I built these, the farms, the food farm and the animal farm. I tried to use the new blocks, the diorite and granite and things. It just didn't turn out very well. They look ugly. It doesn't work very well. I'm not good at using different materials like these, so which was kind of why I was trying to avoid using granite on my home. But I mean, it's the first try, and I sort of now know how they work, and think they might work with dark oak, because I didn't realize there was a dark oak when I was building dark oak forest over there when I was building these, which would have been so useful because I wanted to use that. Anyway, so what I'm currently doing is I found a slime chunk down here. So what I spent hours and hours earlier on doing, there's one moment, I cleared out the entirety of the slime chunk from just above bedrock, because there's lava and it was kind of really awkward lower down, up until y equals 40 or 39. In fact 42, because they can spawn on 39, and they'll need the height of 3 blocks up, so I built it to 42. And yeah, this took so long. And for a while I saw well, for a while I'd built loads of this, and then I saw a slime in there past that wall. After I'd basically dug all this out, I started freaking out, thinking that it was let me just say hey, thinking it was that was the slime chunk and not this. But I'm pretty sure this is it. So my plan is to do a few things in here. Not 100% how it's going to work, but I think there's a few platforms. I've seen a few ideas I've seen before. Because all the slimes, I think they spawn no matter the light level in a slime chunk, and I'm pretty sure this is a slime chunk. I really hope it's a slime chunk. This took so long, it'd be awful. So I'm going to do platforms with 3 high between them, or 3.5, because I'm probably going to do it with half slabs. Leave some space at the side for them to jump off and do some water trap here. So I might start planning it out off screen, and I'll show you as things progress. Okay, so I've started on doing something. I had someone come help me sort of plan this out. He left now, but I think this is the general idea we're going to go for, just platforms going up. I think slimes jump off the ends by themselves, so we don't need to put anything on these, and it's all nice and lit up from the glowstone. It was suggested that, because I wasn't thinking properly, that since all this 3 blocks here is still slime chunk, that I extend the walls out 3 blocks on each side, and therefore I could get like maximum efficiency, and so they'd spawn on the platform but then jump off out of the chunk and fall down to however I'm going to make the death thing. I think I'm going to drown them, but it took so long to dig this out itself, and expanding it 3 blocks is going to be ridiculous, because it's like even more blocks every block you go out. So that's not fun, so I think I'm just going to build this all the way up, and I'll get back to you once I've done that. So I have all the levels done, I think. There's not too many, but I think it will suffice. I didn't go right to the bottom. I probably could have done 1 layer lower or something, because there's lots of room up here. It's just, I think, if I made another layer up, I left this like 3 high above here, and on the 4th one I put another layer. That would be at level 40, so it would just be out of the spawn range of slimes, because it's up until level 39, I think they spawn. It's below level 40, so they don't spawn on 40, unfortunately. I could have made it all 1 lower, but I think this is good enough. And I think if we go on any lower, you might end up running into problems with bedrock being there. So I've got all that set up. I've actually had 1 slime fall down already, and I'm not even really out of the radius of it very much. So it looks like, well, this is at least definitely a slime chunk, but it looks like it might work quite well. So what I'm doing here is trying to make a drowning system. So from what I've researched, apparently slimes they don't follow water paths like normal mobs. They have to be they're good at swimming against in normal uncurrented water, so you have to do something like this apparently. I don't know, it's just sort of what I read up on. So I'm somehow going to have to make a pit here with water so they just drown in, and I think the small ones will just drown in this bit. I'm not too sure if they'll drown in that. But if I make some kind of water pit at the end of there, I've used the signs just so, because the water pit at the end will end up redirecting the flow backwards, so using the signs here makes it so that there's always a flow that way into the water pit, so they don't get like pushed back out and are able to breathe. So I'm going to work on it a bit more off screen. I know there's a lot of off screen thing, I apologise. It's just because I'm trying to work a lot of things out, and it's a lot of tedious work. I think this is something that works. A sign there, because I was stuck in the water trying to put the signs down. But essentially, they get pushed in with mini currents, and I think it holds space. If I'm not wrong, they hold space and slowly drown in this part, which is too deep at the back, and I think all of them will drown there. For the one high ones, I think, yeah, there's one block, little deep bit here, so the one high ones will drown in that bit. I'm just a little bit worried about the two high ones, the two high block slimes, because I'm not 100% sure on the mechanics. I researched a bit, and from what I saw, it does look like they do quote-unquote hold space, so therefore they will come up here and drown. I'm just wondering, hopefully they don't just stay in one place, and I guess if they do stay in one place, the other ones will hopefully push them around into this whole thing, but it's actually very hard to get out of. I think that was the whole idea of it. So at the bottom, if you can't see, I put a few hoppers down. I didn't completely fill it with hoppers. I'm not quite too sure if this is working, because I have seen a couple of slimes go into there, but none of it's gone into the chests. They're not in the hoppers anywhere, are they? Or below the hoppers? I don't want to break anything. I'll have to troubleshoot it once I've got some slime spawning. For now at least, I think this works relatively well. They at least died in it, and if for some reason the hoppers aren't working, I can just add some more at the bottom. I did run into some problems with not netherrack, why did I call it that? Bedrock, which is getting in my way with the hoppers, so I'm so glad that I didn't lower it one level, which I was tempted to do before, because otherwise then I just wouldn't have been able to do this. Let's slide this for a bit. So I might make some sort of transport system to transport an item to here or something. I was originally going to make it out of glass so you could see inside of here, but I think that's just pushing it, and maybe I'll deal with the aesthetics afterwards. Hopefully this works. I'm going to fill this up with water, maybe try to get a few to spawn, and I'll see you then. Let's test and see if they die. It does look like it's sticking its head right out there. I'm not sure if is it drowning? There was another one. Where did the other one go? Is that stuck inside? Oh, I think it might be drowning. Oh, that one swam right up to the top. It looks like, oh yes, oh, they've split down into smaller ones, so they must be drowning. I think it's working. Yeah, I'm just trying to get this to work. I'm not 100%, it's not currently working at the moment. I've never worked with, I've never tried to make such a large, this is definitely not going to work, tried to fill out such a large space on one flat level to try and direct mobs like this. I've never had it this big before. I've done a 9x9, but 16x16 is like a whole different thing. I don't know how to do it. I might have to layer it or maybe use half slabs somehow. I'm not too sure. It's not like some are still alive. How? I'm gonna have to fix that. That shouldn't. Oh, one slime ball. Okay, yeah. Ooh. You need to because there's a couple things to fix. Let's see. Mainly to do with needing more hoppers. I have one more hopper. Maybe I can put that one there. But it probably needs to be fixed at the other side too, because it's symmetrical. So I'll have to sort that. But it looks like it's working fairly well so far. I'll report back, I think, when I've got something that's near enough working. Welcome back. So I've managed to fill at least the bottom with water here. I didn't really want to have to go one block down, but since it was just taking so long to try and work out the water, and I don't think it was going to work with such a large area on one level. I had to dig down one, and my idea is that I kept these half slabs here so this water won't flow back into it, and most of this pushes you this way. There's a couple blocks where you can just sit and not be pushed at all, but for these I'm relying on the fact that first of all the bigger slimes are going to take up multiple blocks, so these only take up like 1 block wide. If you're 2 blocks wide, by most slimes are, and just the not the little ones, I think the little ones take up 1 block width-wise. Maybe the ones bigger than that, but definitely the bigger ones don't. And so they'll be pushed into this and get caught in this bit, and so they'll always be pushed in. But for the smaller ones, I'm sort of hoping that the larger ones will push them, but they might drown or something. So it might not be totally efficient, but I'm not quite sure how to get this water to work efficiently. The killer is probably also pretty inefficient. I could have done it much better. This was just me coming up with my own idea. I have seen slimes go into it, so I've seen actually I think the largest size slime go into it, and it completely died. It split up into the small ones, and they all got killed by this. As long as I wasn't there, I walked away from it and made sure it did anything naturally. And all the slime balls came through. I only put down 2 extra hoppers. It just looked like there was that 1 hopper there where the slime balls were appearing, and I think that was about it. So I've also sealed up the walls and things. As my idea, I started to work on the aesthetics. Nothing looks nice. I'm just sort of planning out the room areas. This will be some sort of a chest area. I'll have to do some sort of dispenser up into some sort of system and down into some chests here where you can get slime balls from. And up here I'll have some sort of room, I guess a viewing deck or something. What I was thinking of doing is, because it's a slime farm, I could do a slime block elevator up to the surface. But I don't know where this goes up to. Now I've written down the coordinates. I think we're at minus 310, 234. So I'm going to have to go up to the surface and see where this is. So I'll be right back when we're there. So it's about here. Let me just turn the coordinates off. So it's somewhere in this vicinity. It's a bit obnoxious that the water's right here. That's a bit annoying. But I could probably make something here. I think I was standing on the edge of it, so I was in the middle of it. So if we put like a slime block elevator on the edge, on the other side I think we'll come up through the water. So if we put it on this side, I can make maybe like a little house here or something that will go down. In fact, maybe I could dig down a hole to it, or I probably should get the exact coordinates of where I want it to come down. I think that'll work best, because I think that works as an okay location for coming up. I mean, I don't want to have to make a massive staircase, that's the thing. I also think just a slime block elevator using slime blocks is perfect for it, because it's a slime farm and I'll have plenty of slime balls. Hopefully, anyway, if it works. It should be working now, at least. So now I've been away from it a bit, possibly. Oh god, the frame's going down so bad that I need to spawn. I apologise about that. So hopefully some will have spawned at least. Now we've come away from it a bit, and we may have gone out of the range and made them despawn. I'm not 100% sure on that. Rather than skip on ones there, I'll just stay on. I'm not quite sure material wise what I want to do. I might do some sort of granite combined with slime block design, just because it's slimes, and how could I not use slime blocks? So this is the other side where I was working at before with all my stuff. I just blocked this off because I didn't want to make anything at the bottom at this side, because in fact this side would be much better because this is much closer to spawn. However, there's a bunch of lava, and just it wouldn't have been easy to set up the hopper system at this side. That's why I set up it on the other side, because there's lava to get in the way, and I already had enough digging out the entire thing. So this side was much better, and we also had the mineshaft underneath, which cleared out a lot of the way for us. So I think we're probably going to want to go in the middle somewhat. So I'm thinking here, it's F3 again, at 312 283. Maybe if this, yeah, that might work. If I possibly one back these 4 of the slime block elevator. I'm not sure how wide I can make it. I did make one myself, which was like a slime block elevator just using 1 block. However, it was horribly inefficient because I ended up using 2 slime blocks in the mechanism, which was, I guess I could show you at some point when I start building this, which is a huge dirt, but Aniki Domo did her design, and I did facepalm because it was so much better just automatically after so long on mine. So I'm gonna have to steal her idea. So thank you to her, because she came up with a much better design than I did. So I'm not quite sure how many she got into work for. I'll have to check on a video. But I'm gonna dig down here. So let's see what it looks like on top. Alright, it's these 2 blocks here now. This is pushing it, being close to the water. I could probably make a building around this, just a small little one of the I was thinking one of those in the old movies, what are they? The telephone boxes that you press I've seen in movies before where you press the button and you go down to the secret lair or something. That's kind of what it makes me think. Oh, this is so dangerous. Oh dear. Oh no, no, thank you. That was dangerous. I should have thought about that. So I'm gonna dig down and see what I can do. No slimes have spawned yet, which is saddening and worrying, but maybe just because we've not been around too long and I've been away and back and forth and got too far away. Anyway, let me turn F3 off before I forget. I'll be back when I've come up with something. The server owner sort of came on while I was doing this and decided he would just spawn in lots of slimes. Like, a lot of slimes. So these didn't spawn naturally, of course, because I can't imagine there's many. It would even be possible on the Git letting anything else spawn because there's that many of them. Maybe it defeats the point of it, but whatever. There's lots of slimes. It's killing them quite slowly, but it's not made for this amount of slimes, because this amount is never going to spawn at all. But I have done a bit of work, and some of you see the nice little entrance here. It's not too great, but I thought I'd make something that's a little bit fancy-ish. It's not too fancy. But we have the chest here where it comes through slime balls. Now, of course, there wasn't this much before because the server owner decided to spawn all the slimes then. But we got, oh my gosh, there's so many. But we got to about 40, 50 or something before. And that's after me taking out the ones that were already in there, already in the system. So, and I hadn't been around here for too long. I guess the 40 sort of came and spawned and died while I was building all this, and it was not too great. But that is given the fact I was stood right next to the spawning area, so I'm actually too close for slimes to spawn in the first couple of levels at this point, and therefore it's actually got quite a good rate that's getting that much when I'm this close. So I'll take you through here. We've got all the redstone set up. Basically, I didn't add any extras, I don't think, from last time. I just added those 2 which I mentioned previously. And so yeah, I have this hopper coming. I think I had that one with them before. Coming into a dropper beta. So basically, there's a redstone signals output. Well, in fact, when a slime balls comes through, they get put into this hopper, which transfers them into this dropper. Once there's one in this dropper, redstone signal sent out, telling the redstone that there's an item in there, which sends a signal to turn this torch off, which then allows this clock to go, because the torch is actually stopping this hopper from transferring items into that, but when that turns off, when there's an item in there, this back and forth is just a normal dropper beta. And then there's when this is clocks going back and forward, we have the comparator here, which checks the signal from the clock and sends it to turn these torches on and off, which allows the droppers to alternate between on and off and send the slime balls up into the hopper system, which then just transfers them into the chests. It's nothing new. It's a very, very generic dropper beta sort of system, and if I was too quick with it, you can just look them up on YouTube somewhere. They're all over the place. They're a very, very common redstone thing. So it's working relatively efficiently. Let's see how much we got from that small amount of time. In fact, no, we didn't get a single one more. So the killing system's not perfect. It probably could be improved. But as we said, there's not going to be this many all clogging it up, and I think when I'm down there, the aggro onto me. I'm not, well, definitely here they're at least aggroing onto me, which is causing them to swim against the currents, but when I'm away, there's going to be more spawning, and they're not going to be aggroed on me, so hopefully they'll die pretty quickly. So, what I want to do with this is, maybe, I was thinking of setting this whole room as something, but it's going to just take too much, and what I was thinking, really, the main thing I wanted to do was make this into a slime block elevator, which is the hole up there, and to do that I'm going to have to set up some redstone beside it, and I have to make this whole room empty and see into them. There'll have to be loads of visible redstone, well, not loads, but just quite a bit of visible redstone, which wouldn't be very nice. So I'm thinking of just sort of continuing this, making it sort of curve around here or something, and then just be 2 blocks wide up to the elevator, and it'll just bounce you up, and going up here you'll have some sort of alternated with furnaces, because there's going to need to be some furnaces here, since the slime blocks will not pull the furnaces. Furnaces are on blocks that slime blocks don't affect, which will allow the elevator to work. And where they're not required, I'll put some glass so you can see into this, at least up till the top of this. I think it's pretty cool to look into, this massive hole with slime there. I don't know, I think it's just a cool idea to do, and I haven't shown you the building up there, but yeah, this is what I'm doing down here so far. I think it looks okay. I'm probably just going to continue this around here somehow, make a bend here and just through there, and somehow set up the elevator, and just head to the top of the hole. So I lit up this area a bit. I mean, spawn's like right there. I think I came over here before to dig the hole, but spawn's right there. It's very close. It wasn't very lit up though. Made a small hut. It might need a little bit more fancying up, but it's just this basic, nice little design. It was not nice. It's just something I thought it fits. I wanted to add the slime box as like a main feature, and it fits with my glowstone, dark oak, and granite with the stone brick. I think it looks okay. So down here is the slime box at the bottom. Let's fall down. Something I didn't realise before, because I'm stupid, is that if you shift on slime blocks, I did know you stopped like that, so you don't jump anymore. Oh, what's gone? Did they despawn or something? Maybe I got just out of the range for the front of them to despawn or something. Or maybe it's just because I went out of their aggro range and this whole system's actually more efficient than I thought, but I don't know. But yeah, I shifted and I got down to like 1 heart the first time, and then later on I just removed these and I did a massive derp and I forgot to remove them. I jumped down here and just fell to my death because there was no slime blocks at all. In fact, let's just double check to see if we haven't got a massive amount of slime balls, because it's interesting to see if no, it's not that much more. So we must have just gone out of the spawn range, which is actually quite good to know because I was sort of considering that. So I think off screen I'm just going to continue all this. I mean, I guess it's much more fair now that we haven't got all those ridiculous amount of slimes. And I guess the slimes that he did put in will contribute just to this whole build here, and I'll try to make it fair so that the build just uses all the slimes that he gave me, and I don't know, just try to keep it fair. And otherwise, if we just get given infinite amount of slime balls from creative mode, there was just no point in building all of this. And I really want there to be a point in building all of this because it took so long. So yeah, let me finish, or at least get more of this done, and I'll report to you back once that's I've made some progress there. So this thing, I've spent so damn long trying to get the slime block elevator to work, and it's not that I don't think the redstone's wrong. I didn't mean to say that off them, but I'm pretty sure that it's just server lag causing it not to work, because I've basically just been trying to get the timing right, all the redstone set up. Well, not to the top. I think I have 1, 2, 4 layers up there, so like 5 layers of slime blocks in total. I can get the first 2 to consistently work, but after that, it just depends whether the server's lagging at that moment, whether I get hit into the wall, I get stopped by the slime block going into me, or I go up and then come back down and then the thing gets activated. I really don't know what to do. But as for this, I just continued the same sort of design around the corner, which I said I was going to do. Oh, is there another slime? I also realised I had an issue here. There's actually far more slime balls than I was thinking. I accidentally broke a torch in there, which meant that they didn't get passed through and all the slime balls got clogged up. So I had more than I thought I did. So it's working quite efficiently, even though I'm still working down here and a lot of them aren't going to be able to spawn. So that should work quite well. But, I mean, I guess I'll show you this. What happens. And for some reason that just didn't... The third one didn't bounce me up. I'm having that issue. The third one, for some reason. And not that one. Not the one above it. I think the one above... Wait a second, let me try this again. 1, 2... No, okay, no, it's the... It's not that one, but it's the one I'm looking at right now. So the third one up from the bottom one. This is the first, second, third. It's that one. For some reason I keep landing on, but it's not firing me up. I've managed to get this to work a couple of times. Like, that's the thing. This sometimes works. And I don't change the timing at all. It sometimes works and sometimes just... It doesn't even start working. It's ridiculous. Once again, it lagged too much there. I mean, it shouldn't take that long, that's the point. And if I do the redstone right, it's just gonna... Oh god. I have no idea. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them. I might just sort of finish this off here because I think I've spent quite a long time building all this, and so I'll maybe finish it off in the next episode. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave one. I might just have to make a massive staircase, which I don't want to do because it would take forever to dig out all around this. Try one this time, see if we can get it to work. No, of course we can't. I put all the cobblestone there, it looks horrible. Just so to block all possible parts where it could push me into, because before I think what was happening, it kept pushing me out into the adjacent areas, which were 2 blocks high, so nothing up here is 2 blocks high apart from, like I said, getting at the bottom. So maybe I'll skip ahead to maybe one where it works or something. That one sort of worked. I mean, I got up there, but somehow I ended up suffocating all the blocks. I think the top one, maybe... I got to the top one at least for certain. I don't know if that fired me up. Let me just see if I can get up there again. I've changed nothing, and of course that happens that time. So I think it's being a bit worse now while I'm recording because I've got lag on my side as well as the server, which is meaning I can't sort of record the results where it actually works, which is kind of funny. But trust me, it can work. I've been doing this for a while, and it's yeah. For some reason, sometimes they come out, but they don't jump me up. They don't like push me up or something. They just act as a normal block. They don't act as a slime block. And I don't think it's the one above them because they're each have 5 blocks between them, and it would at least made me jump up a little bit. So I mean, if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them, please. Somehow to deal with this lag. Maybe I could make one closer, but as for now, I don't know what to do with this. I've got the slime farm working at least, I guess, but this stupid thing is a mess. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my frustration, and I'll see you next time.